folks. My name's Scott. I got a good one for you today. It's been an extra busy week in the world of hockey. We had the draft, the awards, and now most recently the Hockey Hall of Fame inductees have been announced. We have Brodeur, which was pretty much a shoe-in. Yeah. Willie O'Ree, Martin St. Louis, and Gary Bettman, of course.
Oh, easy count. And I think there's Jenna Huff. I don't. You know what I'm talking about?
Isn't it Afina?
Afina.
And then Boris. Didn't do my research apparently.
Well, I didn't know who those people were overly, so yeah, I wasn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna involve them, but now I did. But I don't know. What do you guys think about it? I mean, Brodeur was a lock. They even said hands down lock. Obviously, most wins, most shutouts,
his
most game played.
First year eligible.
Yeah, and he was a lock.
St. Louis the same basically.
Willie O'Ree
Broke barriers.
He broke I mean,
essentially the Jackie Robinson of the NHL.
Yeah.
Except for Jackie Robinson had a long career and really played 45 games.
You think St. Louis was a lock in your eyes?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But this is his first. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. Which
they said he won 2 Art Ross, a Hart, Stanley Cup.
he only had
he wasn't quite a point a game.
He only had over 1,100 points.
I don't even think it was quite that much. Even.
It's just somewhere in the.
I mean, I don't think he's far off from a point a game, but. So yeah, he probably deserves to be in there. I think this is his first crack at it too.
It is, yeah.
So I think you guys are saying that there are other players that are more deserving?
Well, this is Alex McGillney got skipped over for the 7th time.
I mean, Cujo, I could see him going over Cujo because the individual awards alone, where Cujo doesn't have any of those to back him up.
Yeah, but Cujo's 3rd in wins all time?
No, he's probably lower than that. Now,
but he was when he retired, correct?
No, because Brodeur, Longo's 4th. Belfour's 3rd or 5th or something. He's in there too. I'd say in top 10 to be safe, but
yeah, number 1 in losses. But
either 1 or 2 in losses. But I don't know. You said Alfredson. This is his first crack too, I believe.
Second
crack.
Yeah.
Once again, doesn't have the individual awards to back him up. That's why St. Louis beat those guys out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, in my eyes, Fleury and Fleury would be a guy that, I think he'd be a guy that, in my eyes, would be ahead of St. Louis. I mean, a lot of people probably disagree with me. Fleury doesn't have the individual awards, but he won a Stanley Cup over a point a game player. I mean, impact player for the Flames, or late 80s, early 90s. So, I mean...
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what their process is when they pick. Is it just...
He has some... His background is...
Yes, of course.
Not as clean as some of the other players, obviously, that get in year after year, but you can't, in my eyes, you can't look at his off-ice play. You gotta judge him by his on-ice play. Because his on-ice play is that's hockey.
Yeah.
Personal life is not hockey, in my
I know, but when you induct people like that, it reflects badly on the sport. If people, all it takes is a Google search, and that kind of crap comes up for young children, right?
But, I mean, he's not like that now, though. Do you understand?
I get that.
You know what I mean, though, right? He's not like that now. He's clean. He's got his life together. But, I mean, he had a rough... I mean, everybody knows he had a rough go in his junior years before he made the NHL with his coach and stuff. So, that's kind of why he got into drugs and alcohol. But, I mean... I don't know any other players. You mentioned McGillney.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. McGillney's won He won a cup with New Jersey.
New Jersey.
And
Yeah.
Lady Bing with Toronto, I know. When he was a Leaf, but
Second Russian to hit 1,000 points.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Fedorov's in the Hall of Fame, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
So yeah, Fedorov's there, but I mean, Fedorov won more cups and stuff too. So, but I'm trying to think if there's any other players that not a terrible amount though outside of those few players.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, St. Louis would probably beat pretty much most of those players out.
Yep.
So, just wanted to ask you guys, do you think they did the right thing of inducting Bettman even though he's still active? Because, like, I know Scotty Bowman, he got inducted and he still won a cup after that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And Lou's in.
Yeah, Lou Lamoriello is.
Do you think should they have to be, like, retired before they can go in the Hall of Fame?
I just wonder, like you mentioned Lou, for example. It's kind of like Lou at that point won 3 Stanley Cups with New Jersey in the builder category. It's kind of, it almost seems like, oh, you induct him because it doesn't matter what he does after.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's already hit this. He's hit this.
Yeah.
And maybe they look at Bettman. I mean, he brought the league from 24 to 31 teams in 25 years. I mean, for the sport, that's really great. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we also lost, in the Nordiques. Like us Canadians lost the Nordiques and the Jets, but we got the Jets back. But I mean,
Yeah, but the league didn't lose those teams. They
No.
didn't lose the number.
no,
But
exactly. They didn't lose the number.
they're probably thinking, oh well, Vegas had a good year. Let's put him in now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's getting any better for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna get booed big time either way. But I mean,
I like that he embraces the booze.
yeah. Where before he
Kind of ignored it and tried to.
just fight through it, kind of.
Yeah.
Thing. But now he's like, oh yeah, yep.
I got some important stuff to say. Well, you guys can boo me after. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't know, personal opinion, I think it's time to stop it if he's...
it's kind of hokey.
Yeah. It's old now. You know what I mean? It's old, like...
But that's what they say, right? If you want to move past something, you embrace it.
Yeah.
And then they have no ammo to throw at you, right?
Mhm.
If you hate the booing, then they're going to keep doing it because it bugs you.
Yeah. I mean, I think either way he was getting in, but I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens. Like, he's in, but I mean, I wonder if he's gonna keep going for a lot of years, or is it kind of like he's in and he's gonna retire in a couple? You know what I mean? Like,
Do you ever think that in the future there'll be a 2-time Hall of Famer in the NHL, in the Hockey Hall of Fame? And by that I mean, say a guy like Crosby, when he retires, goes into the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame as a player, then he becomes a coach, wins a bunch of championships as a coach. Do they put him in again as a coach in the builder
I'm
category?
trying to think if there's anybody that
Is Beliveau in there twice? Or do they just keep tacking on stuff? Like once he's in, like, oh, he also did this, and like,
I don't know if there's anybody. That is a very good question. Makes me really think. But I'm trying to think like a guy like Phil Esposito, Hall of Famer.
yeah,
I know he's not a Hall of Famer for a coach or GM because, that part of it was not nearly as good as.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of guys. Very good question.
Yeah.
To dig into that.
If anybody knows, hit us up on social media.
Yeah, so, Bettman got booed pretty badly at the draft, and I guess speaking of the draft, we had a couple trades that day. We had Carolina sending Elias Lindholm and Noah Hannafin to the Flames for Dougie Hamilton, Fox, and Michael Furland. And then we also had, actually, I wouldn't say really surprising, but nobody really had the Avalanche going to get a goalie, Philip Grubauer and Orpik from Washington for a draft pick.
I think that was, the 47th pick? 47th overall pick, I think.
A second round pick, yeah.
I didn't really have the Avalanche
No.
Like,
Well,
Oh,
Bernie's
yeah.
walking away.
Yeah.
But I would have
is he?
assumed that Andrew Hammond was stepping into that spot. He had a decent playoffs.
It's kind of neat. They got 2 Washington goalies now.
Yeah.
Bur-
Yeah.
Varlamov for a first rounder, and they got Grubauer for a second rounder.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that Orpik's getting bought out, so
Yeah.
it sounds like he'll end up back in Washington, which is kind of...
They said it's legal.
Oh, no, it's legal. It's kind of...
It's
Slimy.
it seems slimy when you think about it, but...
Because now they can sign him, bring him back for cheap, and have Carlson still there. Avalanche are paying the buyout.
Well, and you got, like... that honestly, that was a win, I think is almost a win-win for both teams. If Orpik goes back to Washington, it's a win-win for both teams.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and you kind of keep Grubauer happy. He's been a loyal backup. You know, actually, I mean, I think he can challenge Varlamov.
I think they'll
spot.
split. They'll
Yeah.
split games probably.
Yeah.
I think Varlamov's not as healthy as he was a couple years ago.
Well, and Holtby's better,
oh yeah,
right? Do you know what I mean? So Holtby's gonna.
he proved it in the playoffs.
Yeah. So
Do you think Grubauer's for sure? Like, I know you said they'll split. But do you think he's ready for a full-time starter
I
position?
think if he wins it, he'll win it. I think he can take it
yeah, he's never actually had a legit like.
full time.
Yeah, like where it's like, okay, you're the man, go, right?
Yeah.
He's always, he's been behind Holtby for quite a few years already now, so it's kind of, it's interesting to see these backups. You know, they got like a Holtby in front of you, or a Jonathan Quick, or you got these studs in front of you, and then they finally, like Talbot was behind Lundqvist, and now he's number 1 in Edmonton.
What Ranta too, right?
Yeah, he was.
Antti Ranta.
Yeah, but he's not number 1 there anywhere at this point. Or no, like he's in Arizona. But I don't think he's number 1 there. Maybe they don't really have a number 1.
No.
I think they had Smith. And I'm trying to think who's their number 1, but yeah. And like going to the other trade, like oh man, didn't see that. I didn't see them trading Dougie Hamilton.
It's kind of trades we live for on draft day.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
That was a big. That was on day 2 though.
Yeah.
That was the second day. That wasn't even the first day. That was the second day
Well,
when
you trying to say I made a mistake?
No, you're right. Draft day is a 2-day thing.
Draft days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Fox and Furlan. I don't know a terrible amount about Fox. I know he's a defenseman. But, and Furlan, I mean, Furlan had a pretty good year last year, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how much Hannafin makes. I don't know if this is kind of like get rid of some of Dougie Hamilton's contract. Like, it clears up a little bit of cap, maybe to go get another forward.
Maybe. Yeah.
Calgary needs another forward. I mean,
Kind of interesting. I heard that the Flames and the Flyers were pretty close with Simmons and Hamilton being swapped.
that would have
But
been.
I guess pieces didn't line up. So
Yeah.
I mean, Simmons is a heck of a hockey player, actually.
But
Pretty cool guy.
Lindholm's pretty solid.
Mhm.
He has a lot of depth. And Hannafin's a good one.
The season,
But does that mean that Carolina's done moving defensemen probably?
see, they got
Is Pesci going, you think, or Falk, or...
they got Slavin.
I still think they move out Falk. That's what I've heard.
Is
Anyways.
Hamilton like the veteran replacement for Falk? Because Falk's pretty much the most veteran defense they have.
Yeah.
Now Hamilton, but so I don't know. Like Carolina has so many D, but not up front. Like they are trying to get rid of Jeff Skinner too,
Yeah.
and Cam Ward is hitting the free agency. It sounds like
I could,
most likely. It sounds
I could see them swinging a trade for Artemi Panarin.
Yeah. For with Falk and Walt.
Yeah, or maybe,
Obviously, I think Falk would have to.
or
be
maybe
Walt.
Skinner.
Yeah.